Yeah. What's good, peoples? What's good? It's your boy, man, Cobain, aka Iceman, Cobain, aka DJ Cobain. All of the above. You already know what it is. How y'all doing? I'm old and I got kids, so y'all gonna get a good 30 minutes out of me. But I'm gonna try to touch on everything that I need to touch on. Shout out to Two Tears in a Bucket podcast. If you, for those that just getting familiar with me, I have a podcast with my partners and my partnerette, Tizzy, Rel, and Twala. Two Tears in a Bucket podcast. Make sure y'all add us, search us, follow us. We're on all platforms: YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all that. Just did a milli views on one of our videos the other day on an interview we did. So we kind of talk about the same things I talk about here, but I be having so much to say in regards to hip hop. We don't have time to do deep dives, so this is why I do my own thing here on the Bold Boy podcast. And for those that don't know what the boy, where Bold Boy comes from, that's a nickname of mine. I am Maine Cobain, a music artist first, and a DJ, but making music was my passion. And the Bold Boy was just one of my nicknames. And my son got that phone loud as hell. And that's a project I had as well. So that's just something I'm continuing with as far as my podcast name. And it's also the name of my studios, Bold Boy Studios. So that's what Bold Boy is all about. Because I'm a bold boy. I'm bold. I'm going to take them chances. I'm going to take them risks. I'm going to do what I want to do. I'm going to stand on 10. I'm going to stand on business. So let's see. What are we getting into today? Okay. Welcome everybody. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'm trying to build this thing. We at over almost 6K on YouTube with 2 tiers, but I'm trying to build up the Maine Cobain Bold Boy page. So like, share, subscribe. The things we're gonna get into on today's episode, we're gonna get into JayZ freestyle. That's been the talk for the last couple of days. We're gonna get into Drake still dominating the charts. Shout out to the boy. Matter of fact. Shout out to the boy. And we're gonna give him more. What else we getting into? I gotta speak on Dante Kyle. I think that's how you say his name. The political guy with the dreads. He says some good things, but it's Deontay Kyle. He says some good stuff, but he says some bullshit too. So, and he's a hater. I'm just be honest. He's a hater. So, I'm gonna get on him as well. Pause. We're gonna talk Sauce Walker and the Drake situation, and we're gonna talk the Diddy leak. Maybe not in that order, but we're gonna try to touch on everything. All right, so first, the JayZ freestyle. So JayZ performed at the Roots Picnic this past weekend. And shout out to, he called it Jay Robux. He called it. He said Jay was going to do a freestyle and kind of address a lot of things that's been going on. And I'd be damned if he didn't do it. And with the freestyle, I'm going to play it here in a sec. He touched on a lot. He got at a lot of people that have had things to say about him. And in his interview earlier in the year, he said, last year he was all on defense and this year it's all offense. So he's starting to show the offense that he's on. Like I said, he did an interview earlier in the year, and then he did the Roots performance, came with a fire performance and a freestyle. We'll figure out how I feel at the end about the freestyle. There's mixed reviews. A lot of people gassing it. A lot of people calling it mid. I'll tell you how I feel at the end. But we're definitely seeing what he means by being on offense. And he's got some more shows. And I think a lot of people, we're expecting some music from him. Maybe an EP, maybe an album. But we're definitely expecting some music from him. And let's just go ahead and get into it real quick. Let me share this bad boy. me make it a little bit bigger. A little bit bigger. And let's see. Let's see what Mr. Ho was talking about.
Patty's turning 100. If she would have transitioned before I cleared my name, I would have hunted them. Every one of them playing these silly games. That 1-800 ambulance chaser would have wished one came. But 911 is a joke. Public enemy #1, I've been ranked. The rock's not crumbling. The leprechauns have magically run out of pranks. Your son on the federal jail line mumbling something about having too much in his drink. You know how dumb that is? Another one fumbled his, wonder how I get the blame.
Okay, real quick. So when he was talking about the leprechaun just now and how he fumbled his chance and said something about him being on the phone and something being in his drink, he's referring to Tory Lanez. So there's a Tory Lanez this as well. Now I don't know about Tory Lanez saying anything was in his drink. He said that happened on a phone call. I may have to go back. Maybe I missed that, or maybe that's some information that JayZ was only privy to. But he definitely is pretty much taking up for Meg, saying Tory Lanez is dumb and he did that on his own and he don't know how he's getting the blame, because everybody was saying Rock Nation was really behind him getting locked up, because I believe Megan was signed to Rock Nation and used their lawyers and everything. So that's why a lot of people were saying JayZ was behind Tory Lanez getting locked up, because he's head of Rock Nation. So yeah, that was a Tory Lanez jab just now. I forgot to mention that in the beginning. Let's get back to it.
Niggas' teeth is tumbling out their mouth, and somehow I'm the one who done it. It's a murder mystery game.
Bang Bash.
You had to catch Kyle and dunk it. Was you who pumped his? I'm the one who struck the pain. That hill you can die on. There's way too much flack that comes from those pains. I'm killing them softly. What's understood don't need to be explained. Okay,
real quick, that was some nice rapping right there. He was referring to Lauryn Hill, and she has the song "Killing Me Softly" with the Fugees, and I want to say he also mentioned the original writer. I think her name was Flat or something like that. I think that's her name. Don't kill me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the original writer's name. So he kind of all included all of them in those bars. It's some nice penmanship he did right there.
You want it one way, it's the other. I still on you suckers, I'm mauling you niggas, gang. I ain't much for me, it's no how. Cancel the brunches, I remember the hunger pain. The price of the bricks going up. It's gonna cost you a beat to even say my name.
Hey, that was a hard bar right there. I'm a matter of fact. Hey, my computer moving a little slow. Let's give him a horn right there. That was a hard bar. It's gonna cost you a B to even say my name. Beyonce, his wife, Destiny's Child, say my name. Yeah, okay. Let's get back to it.
You ever heard of a Wonder King? My children and some of them. Have you niggas no shame? Y'all trying to get under skin? I really get under skin. Ask Unharmed player.
I feel like that was for Kanye, because I know Kanye said something about his kids back in the day. I forgot exactly what it was. So he's saying y'all want to get under my skin about my children. I can really get under skin. And then he refers to a guy named that he stabbed back in the day, pretty much saying he can really get it under some skin.
Y'all thugs with y'all thugs again. Everybody think they're the ones insane. You know, maniac. Watch how saniac in my presence, nigga, shrink. I need a new therapist.
That was hard.
This shit is not working. I'm truly on the brink. Y'all better not encourage him. Y'all don't want me to think these thoughts that I think. That nut ass nigga still stuttering.
That's El Cinco.
Patty down on his luck again.
Damn Dash.
Quest introducing me to Jaguar. I don't know why I still fuck with him.
Jaguar, right? That 3 people that caught it right there.
Wonder why I do the freestyle rehearsal.
JayZ, you out of breath.
That lady back on the stuff. She sound like she in love with him. Her kid can't even take their kids. Enough of them. A rapper can't be.
Okay. Real quick. So that was for Nicki Minaj, and he says that lady back on that stuff again. She must be in love with him, and then there's some controversy about the next line. Some people think he said her kid can't do something, but I'm pretty sure he said her king can't even take their kids anywhere, enough of them. I'm pretty sure he said her king can't take their kids anywhere, enough of them. Pretty much saying she's with a bum. That's what I heard, but some people are saying he's just saying something about the kids. Just knowing JayZ, he's not just gonna go straight like bars on kids, you know what I'm saying, like disrespecting kids like that. So I'm pretty sure he's disrespecting her husband, pretty much saying was a bum.
I got MAGA Republicans. Those shots came from the very top of the government. Good luck with them. I'm governed by God. You trying to break the government. I prayed for 40 days. My neck get flooded again. Wrist get flooded again. My net worth went up again. My next update, the jig is up. Nigga, I'm up 10. Wrong chart, champ. You gotta look up again. Niggas look up the Hove. I never looked up to them.
That one was for the boy. The jig is up. You looking at the wrong chart. You gotta look up again. Hove, y'all niggas looked up to Hove. Hove never looked up to them. That was definitely for Drake, Drizzy, the boy, you know, with his number one song right now, Janice, Shut the F Up. He says in that song to JayZ, I know how you OGs rocking, the jig is up. And that's JayZ's response. So this has been one of the main things people have been talking about. I mean, and that was super light, but people are gassing it. I'm gonna let the rest of the freestyle ride a little bit, but we're gonna get back to the Drake and JayZ. But people gassing it. But it was cool though. It was cool. I like it. Don't get me wrong, I like it. Even I am one of the biggest Drake fans, but I still rock with JayZ. I still think JayZ is. I want to make sure. Yeah, I still think JayZ is the GOAT. JayZ is number one of all time. I still believe that.
Crackers got your publishing gangster. Go talk tough to them. Don't talk success to me. You niggas is workers. In perpetuities, how your contract is worded. Don't make me go man.
That was more for Drake.
The roots remember, even when the trees pretend, not too much of my name. Don't forget who I am. Hattie loves her Shawnees. SHAWN. I find it a dog when she put the S at the end. You don't know, the show ain't even begin. I said, you don't know, the show ain't even begin.
That was fire. That's one of my favorite JayZ songs too. I like how you did that. All right. Off of that. Let's close that. All right. So we listened to the JayZ freestyle that's been causing such a ruckus the past few days. We heard him diss Tory Lanez, we heard him diss Kanye, we heard him diss Nicki Minaj, we heard him diss Dame Dash, we heard him diss old Cinco. I think I'm saying his name right. That's the Philly dude. We heard him diss Drake. Now, what most people are talking about, of course, because the boy is number one right now, and he sent some shots at JayZ. Everybody's talking about him and Drake. Now, like I said, people are gassing it. Like, I saw Wayno said he destroyed Drake, and I'm like, Wayno, cut it the fuck out. Cut it out. Wayno been hating on Drake since the battle, so of course he's gonna gas it. Charlamagne's gassing it. That's another one. That boy, they full of shit. But man, a lot of people gassing it. But I'm not gonna say anything was trash about it. I like the boy. I think it was a good rebuttal to Drake. It was a good rebuttal, but there was nothing destroyed. Because if you put all Drake's lines together throughout the album, I mean, he still ain't touch on now your names got redacted. Y'all was all hopping back then. Now your names got redacted. Now they got a fat check. Acting like you love marrying your wife and you boys need to worry about a jury in your life. He ain't touch on none of that. So to say JayZ destroyed him, which Wayno said, that's bull. But I like it. I don't think Drake and Jay will get into like a real deal battle. Let me see how much time I got. I ain't trying to go too long. Okay. I don't think they're going to get into a real deal battle, but I think they're going to trade shots back and forth. But what a lot of people don't know is their issues kind of stemmed from back in the day with the streaming service Tidal, which Nicki Minaj is included in that as well. Drake was supposed to, I don't know if he was supposed to, but I know he was wanting Drake to sign a deal where they got ownership in Tidal. Other artists did. I know Nicki Minaj did and several other artists. And they would be like, shareholders or majority shareholders in the company. And it's, a bunch of black musicians that would own this streaming company. However, Drake did not sign. Drake did not go forth with it. Nicki Minaj did. Drake ended up signing with Apple. Nicki Minaj did sign the deal. When Tidal was sold, the payout was believed to be, don't get me wrong, it was either $3 million or $9 million to each artist. And Nicki said they tried to give her something way lower and she didn't go for that. And that started the drama with Nicki and JayZ. And we want to say that, or believe that also kind of started the friction between Drake and JayZ. Even though they have worked together after that, they've worked together twice. They worked together on Scorpion, and JayZ was on Certified Lover Boy. But we don't know exactly how deep that relationship is. It could have just, we don't know if they really hung together. It could have just been, tracks swapped. We really don't know how cool they were, but Drake also had a slight shot in the song Charge Up. But he said he still got love for his idols. He got a deal with Apple, but he still feels entitled. But a lot of people believe that was the first cause of friction. And some people say that JayZ, that's what started JayZ behind the scenes and sending everybody to destroy him, sending Meek Mill with the writing. They're saying JayZ. Some people believe JayZ was behind that, and then they tried to send Kendrick, and I think it was something else. Oh, Pusha T sent Pusha T, sent Kendrick, and all of these attempts failed. That's what some people believe. I can't say. I don't believe that. I don't think JayZ was that invested. I do think he was salty about him not doing the deal, but I don't think he was that salty or that invested in Drake's career that he was sending all these different guys at him. I just think Drake genuinely got into it with these guys, and that's how it went. Well, Kendrick was definitely a puppet. Not saying it was all JayZ. I do think JayZ played. I mean, he definitely played a part in that with letting Kendrick perform at the Super Bowl. So with that, and I think that's the main reason why Drake really don't fuck with him. Like you let him perform that song on the biggest stage when you know what time it was. And JayZ even said in his interview, this is why a lot of people are saying he's a hypocrite. Like, you don't put that kind of stain on somebody without proof. He was like, back in the day, nobody would put that type of stain. He didn't refer specifically to being a pedophile, but he was talking about the rape charges that he had to deal with. But just things along those lines, you didn't put that on somebody's jacket without proof. So how can you say that, but then allow Kendrick to yell that on the biggest stage ever about that man? How, like, hypocrite. Another reason why people saying JayZ is a hypocrite. He, in his interview not that long ago, he talked about like how he believed battling could be removed, or maybe should be removed from the culture. It's not for the culture anymore. And what are you doing? You just dissed how many people last night, which what you did could result to a rap battle. But you just said that you don't think that's good for the culture anymore. So, I mean, JayZ been saying one thing and doing another thing. It's a lot of that. But I don't know. We'll see where this goes. I'm pretty sure Drake will have another response. He is believed to have more music coming out before the year is over with. A lot of people anticipating Scary Hours 4. Some people say it could be a whole nother album. So we will see. But that's a great segue into how he's still number one. Iceman is still number one. Drake's Iceman is on his second week as the number one album in the United States on the Billboard. And Janice Shut the F Up is also still number one on the Billboard charts. Round of applause to the boy. I love it. I love it, man. I love it. The haters cannot stand it. The haters can't stand it. And I love just rubbing it in their face every day. Nothing completes me more than pissing off a Drake hater. I just love it. It's my passion nowadays. It's my passion because, bruh, not to get back into the battle, but we saw all these people talk all this crap, even leading up until Iceman. Even still to this day, they still talk crap, but success is the best revenge. Success is the best revenge. And man, I mean, Real Ones knew. Real Ones knew what he was coming with. Real Ones knew what he was coming with. So we wouldn't even worry about that. But speaking of haters, man, I gotta speak on Deontay Kyle. Deontay Kyle is such a fucking hater, bro. He gets on my nerves, bro. And like, he says some good things. He has said some good things politically that I agree with. I'm not the most political guy. But he does say some good things sometimes that I agree with, and I see him out in the community doing great things. I salute that. But at the end of the day, he's one of those condescending niggas that's also a hater. He's condescending and thinks he's cool. He thinks he's like, I don't know, the bar of coolness in a way, or just like all of his opinions on everything are fact. That's the energy he is. All of my opinions and people who agree with me, this is just fact, and there's no other way around it. If you like, if I view you as like lame, or I view you as not cool, or like that just is what it is. And it's bullshit, bro. And like, he was talking, like, he always figures out a way to hate on Drake, and now Drake fans. He always figures out a way to do that. Like, he was literally jamming to the song. He likes, I forgot what song it was. Maybe it was Janice, Shut the F Up. And he was jamming to it. He gave the song a little bit of props, but still had to make sure he found a way to diss Drake and diss Drake fans. Like, every time I get on Threads and I see you niggas running the Threads, like, Threads is the place they go to now to hate on Drake and Drake fans. Like, first we done kick them off Twitter or off X, cause anytime they come with that bullshit, you see us in their comments like getting them right. So they don't run the Threads with the bullshit. So every time I log in on Threads, I see some niggas hating, and he's one of the ones I always see hating. I'm like, why are you so worried about Drake and his fans? Like, he takes digs at Drake and Drake fans daily. And I'm like, why are you so worried about it? If we're so whack, we're so lame, why are you even paying us any attention? I would not pay somebody I thought that less of any attention. But every day he got something else he's saying. And that, to me, that just shows how whack he is. You whack as fuck, bro. You whack as fuck. The music is good. You can't deny that the music is good. But you just gotta figure out a way to hate. And I don't like niggas like that. Never did. What else? Oh, Sauce Walker. Hold on, before I get into Sauce Walker, Diddy. Let's talk about Diddy real quick. This is gonna be real quick, dog. So Diddy had a video that leaked yesterday with him and one of the escorts that he hired. For those that know the story, he liked to hire an escort and watch the escort have sex with one of his ladies, and he would film it and rub himself in oil and beat off to it. Well, the video leaked yesterday, and what was seen in the video on Diddy's end was this right here. Was this right here. Now, if you go to Vlad TV, he did a interview with the escort that was involved. Oh, and the I don't know if I said it. The lady that was involved is 50 Cent's baby mama. I think her name is Daphne. And he said Diddy was I don't know how they got on the subject. He said Diddy was working with a 3. And not nothing I was looking for. The video was on my X timeline. If you're on X, you know it's a lot of nasty shit that comes across the timeline. So came across it, and like as soon as you get into the video, you see Diddy walk around like doing, trying to do something, but it ain't nothing to do nothing with. It ain't nothing to do nothing with, bro. So that's crazy, man. Prayers up for Diddy. All that money, like, I know it was some kind of surgery you could get, cause man, couldn't go out like that. But oh yeah, Sauce Walker and Drake. So evidently Sauce Walker and Drake were dealing with the same female. I think her name is Princess. And Princess is Sauce Walker's baby mama. And evidently Princess and Drake were having relations. And Sauce Walker was getting a little tired of it in his feelings and being aggressive with Princess. And Princess leaked that information to the world today. And that's been the talk of the day. There's a lot more information to it. It goes deep. Evidently, Princess, Drake shouted out Princess on Give Me a Hug. When the beat changed to Aaron Hall, I Miss You. He like, Princess Pooh, y'all need to come to the stage. Luxury, y'all need to come to the stage. So he gave her a shout out in the song. But yeah, Drake been showering her with gifts, nice things, nice bags, nice cars, I think a penthouse or something too. So Drake been spending bread on her, and evidently Sauce Walker had enough of it, and he can be heard in the audio saying that he would put hands on her. He's already got hands put on her. He got her jumped by some females, and that he would get Drake's car shot up. So Sauce definitely was in his feelings about Mr. Drizzy and his baby mom. And all I'm gonna do is just send some healing energy over there. That's Sauce Walker sending healing energy over there. Drake has not said anything about the matter, but she is a baddie. She's a baddie. She's some elite milk. She is on the European side. Not from Europe, but European ancestry. So yeah, she's a baddie though. But that's all I got today, because like I said, it's late. I may do another pod this week, but I just had to get these off my chest. In closing, just want to remind y'all, Drake is still number one. The boy is still number one. Iceman album of the year. For those that's tuning in, make sure you like, share, please subscribe, tell a friend about me. And I'm gonna try to go live at least once a week, maybe twice a week. So just be on the lookout. Let me know if it's anything y'all want me to speak on. I'm at Maine Cobain on everything. At Maine Cobain. Follow me. And yeah, that's all I got right now. Where I'm at. I'm at 30 minutes on the dot. That's it. We out.